Bills Mafia is back. Josh 17 has been unleashed. I mean, multiple carries, having a rushing touchdown this game, balling out 3 total touchdowns for Josh Allen. You can tell this team fed off his energy. It just was lit all game long. Yes, the game did come down to the very end, the wire there, and he did have one turnover, which was a heck of a play by Antoine Winfield Jr., but, you know, I really think Josh Allen still had a really, really great game today. Ken Dorsey scheming things up for Gabe Davis, scoring a wide open touchdown for Gabe Davis. And our guy, the Terminator, Dalton Kincaid, taking over for Dawson Knox. And, of course, getting his first career NFL touchdown and hopping in the stands, hyping up that stadium. That is what Buffalo is all about. And Josh Allen fed the rock to so many other targets. Khalil Shakir having a career day here too for Bills Mafia. Stephon Diggs even getting involved. Man, this Buffalo Bills offense is starting to blossom at the right time. You know, and I really think James Cook, you know, the Bills rushed for over 100 yards in this game, surpassing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I really think this is absolutely huge. You know, and you really have to give credit to where credit is due, right? Deontay Hardy on special teams. This was a full-fledged attack by the Buffalo Bills. Shaq Lawson blocking that field goal, taking away 3 points, and also Ed Oliver right before halftime, sacking Baker Mayfield, getting them out of range of another field goal, taking away 3 points. You add those together, that's 6 points. The Bills won by 6. So at the very end of that game, it could have very well have been tied at that game. And who knows, Baker Mayfield could have marched down and kicked the field goal to score. So there still clearly are some things here that we need to correct. And it really is that turnover. Losing the turnover differential is huge. We cannot turn the ball over. And it did come the very next play after Josh Allen came out of that blue medical tent, landing on his shoulder, kind of roughing up his shoulder, which is proof that Josh Allen's shoulder is not 100%. It could be a reason for some errant throws last week. And, you know, we just have to keep that all in mind, right? Josh Allen really did have a great game today. And I think the Bills are definitely right back on track. You know, this offensive line did a great job. At times, Josh Allen was just standing in that pocket with no pressure at all, just able to read the defense. And that is really what we saw today, that hurry-up offense that we discussed on Throwback Thursday Night Football here, getting back to that spread empty set too, and Josh Allen having the play calls come to him a little bit faster, so he has more time to read the opposing defense. We still did call, you know, some play action. We mixed in with Josh Allen under center, but it wasn't as much as previous weeks. You know, we were much more of an attack mode. Yeah, and I think that really fits Josh Allen. Even Stephon Diggs said that. You know, he thinks that Josh Allen is the best when we're in no huddle, when we're in hurry up, and Josh Allen has time to read that defense. So I think that's huge. Some other players that made some big-time freaking plays today. We did have Jordan Poyer, Terrell Bernard, tie with 8 total tackles, leading the team in total tackles. But at the end of the play, at the end of the game, Christian Benford saved a touchdown at the end of the game. And even the touchdown on Christian Benford that Mike Evans got, he stiff-armed them and pushed off Benford, and the refs did not call it. So, you know, I think the refs were definitely just trying to keep things alive, trying to keep the ratings high for Thursday Night Football, and it almost bit us in the butt. I mean, that very last play, Chris Godwin was there to score the touchdown. And again, if it wasn't for Ed Oliver's sack, if it wasn't for Shaq Lawson blocking that field goal, you know, they would have been able to have a shot at potentially winning that game. I mean, it just with a field goal, right? I mean, they wouldn't have even had to score a touchdown at the end of that game. And I think Von Miller making an impact throughout the game. I think he was a little bit more present in the first half than the second half, but in those clutch moments, in the final moments of the game, they had Von Miller out there contributing to this team. Leonard Floyd getting involved. AJ Epinesa chalking up another sack here for Bills Mafia. Man, I'm absolutely loving it. Even Josh Norman getting involved. Andy Isabella was called up this game, but we really didn't utilize Andy Isabella. But Deontay Hardy, to me, on the punt returns, did an excellent, excellent job tonight. Just did so great. And we're hardly really utilizing Deontay Hardy on offense. So I think he just has to put his 110% effort on the kick return, on special teams. We're starting to formulate ourselves. We're starting to formulate our identity. We're starting to formulate a new recipe to win here for the Buffalo Bills without Daquan Jones, without Matt Milano, without Trey White. And I don't think the Bills are going to be done ahead of this trade deadline. I really think the Bills are going to be bringing in an additional move here. And, I mean, the proof is Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they're not the best team in the NFL. I mean, they have a lot of talent. Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, Devin White, Antoine Winfield Jr. They have a ton of talent on that team. But, you know, we're going to be playing against much better teams going forward. We got the Kansas City Chiefs. We got the Philadelphia Eagles. We got the Dallas Cowboys coming up. You know, there are some tough teams out there, and I think the Bills could consider still making an additional move before the trade deadline. But Sam Martin did a great job punting too. All facets of this game talk about playing complementary football. You know, we had long sustained drives. We won the time of possession offensively, giving a much needed rest to this Buffalo Bills defense for later in the game. And we all know what happened later in the game. Sure enough, they were rested up. They were ready to go. Man, absolutely fantastic game. Absolutely great job by Ken Dorsey, kind of simplifying things, really calling a lot of the same plays and formations versus mixing and matching all throughout the game. I think it lessened the confusion. It lessened the players having to think, and they could just fly around and make plays. You know, I really believe Ken Dorsey simplified things here for the Buffalo Bills. You know, it wasn't dumbed down completely, but it was enough for Gabe Davis to get involved. Gabe Davis, 9 receptions today. A lot of underneath stuff, a lot of fighting after the catch for all these guys. Khalil Shakir, I was kind of bickering a little bit, not making yards after the catch. And, man, he did it today. A lot of yards after the catch for Khalil Shakir. Gabe Davis, too. I mean, Kincaid had a great game today, 65 yards and his first career touchdown. Absolutely love Josh Allen pointing for the first time. Josh Allen rumbling and tumbling, running for 40 freaking yards today and a rushing touchdown. Absolutely huge. The Buffalo Bills are back on track. The beast has been unleashed. Jaw 17 is doing it for Bills Mafia, riling up the troops like we've been talking about. So hold your heads up high. The Bills are back. If you like this video, hit like, subscribe, and I'll check you guys soon. Go Bills.